Adam Schiff, because he created 3 years of a massive fallacy that did so much damage to this country and made us miss probably one of the most important stories of our lifetime. We were having hearings on impeachment while the coronavirus was exploding.
Greg Gutfeld didn't just roast Adam Schiff, he flambeed him. With a smirk, you could practically hear Gutfeld slice through Schiff's grandstanding like a chef carving a rubbery roast. It wasn't mere mockery, it was precise comedic surgery. The laughter echoing in the background that was Congress choking on its own hypocrisy while Schiff's ego went up in flames.
Pop their dentures when Schiff finally gets censored. And so the House condemns the lies of the man with the zombie eye. Last night, the House voted on party lines to censure Adam Schiff for promoting the Trump-Russia collusion hoax, which was as believable as Brian Kilmeade getting fan mail. 2 for 2. Schiff becomes only the 26th member ever to be censured, but to his credit, he's still the only member to have a 12-inch neck.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, because Gutfeld didn't rely on Script's dramatic lighting or ominous violin stings. All he needed was Schiff's face, his voice, and a camera. Every time Schiff opened his mouth, he practically wrote his own obituary. Greg presented him like a list actor in a political sitcom, convinced he's delivering Shakespeare. Meanwhile, Gutfeld sat in the back row tossing popcorn and snarky zingers.
And the irony is superb. He went crying to mommy on an app run by Chinese commies. Congressman Adam Schiff announced this morning he's running for U.S. Senate in California, which is guaranteed to boost U-Haul rentals headed for Texas. He unveiled the highly polished and produced political ad right on the heels of getting booted from the House Intel Committee. Coincidence? I think not.
The best part, Schiff never figured it out. Gutfeld described him as wandering D.C. like a buggy AI stuck on Cold War reruns and CNN rewrites. His jokes landed with all the grace of bricks in a kiddie pool. According to Gutfeld, Schiff hadn't laughed since the Reagan era. He was Washington's ultimate glitch-dripping credibility and common sense like a leaky faucet in a padded room.
On impeachment while the coronavirus was exploding. We talked about that virus in green rooms, but we had to do this impeachment story. We had to show these hearings. It's all on him, man. He's got to go. They got to investigate him. They got to hold him accountable. I'm not going to say he should go to prison, but my evil twin will say he should go away to prison for a very long time.
Gutfeld started with Schiff's eyes, those permanently widened orbs always stuck in breaking news mode. He looked like a man who'd just remembered he left the oven on during a security briefing. Every press conference like a frantic meerkat, trying to explain international relations, all panic zero clarity.
Schiff, how are you?
Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Gutfeld.
So, Congressman, I got to ask, how did it feel to have your ass chewed out like that in front of your colleagues?
Oh, well, I will say this, Mr. Gutfeld, it feels...
Then there was the voice, that slow-motion monotone capable of turning a parking ticket into a nuclear emergency. Gutfeld joked that Schiff's speeches didn't persuade, they tranquilized. You could be seconds from asteroid impact and still feel like refreshing your email, the suspense always coming, the delivery always stuck on snooze.
And the fact that Schiff hasn't blinked since 1992. And he didn't take the news so well. The disgraced Democrat went on TikTok to complain. Behold.
Hello, I'm Congressman Adam Schiff with some troubling news. Today, Kevin McCarthy removed me from the House Intelligence Committee, all for doing my job, for holding Trump accountable and standing up to the extreme MAGA Republicans.
What truly set Greg off was Schiff's epic self-delusion. He didn't just think he was correct, he thought he was Moses clutching subpoenas like stone tablets. A whistleblower draped in self-importance roaming the halls of power with a scroll of stale talking points. Gutfeld likened his Russia collusion showmanship to a street magician promising levitation if you gave him just 5 more minutes. Spoiler, no magic, just gaslighting and cheap confetti.
So Adam Schiff now admits he should have been much more clear about how he unleashed the impeachment circus. Note, when a politician says they should be much more clear, they mean, I wish you hadn't caught me lying to your face.
I should have been much more clear, and I said so the minute it was brought to my attention that I was referring to the fact that when the whistleblower filed the complaint, we had not heard from the whistleblower. We wanted to bring the whistleblower in at that time, but I should have been much more clear about that.
You know, instead of trying to be clear, it might just save time if you just...
And that smugness unbelievable. Schiff didn't talk with people, he lectured them like a substitute teacher convinced his PowerPoint on the Constitution was a TED Talk. Gutfeld said Schiff had all the warmth of a Jam Daddy M and the charisma of a toll booth. Watching him run hearings felt like a one-man off-Broadway show titled Democracy Dies Tonight, playing to an empty house.
When the Republicans took over, but it's far worse than we expected.
Cue the violins, people. But can he promise you this?
But I can promise you this. This is not the end of my fight for our democracy. This is just the beginning. Please join us and contribute today. Thank you.
Here's my question. How much will it cost for you not to run?
Then there was Schiff's relationship with truth, or rather his casual fling with near-truths. Gutfeld crowned him king of technically not lying, the patron saint of half-acts and friendly innuendo. Whenever reality cornered him, Schiff simply pivoted to another sermon on saving democracy, like a snake oil peddler warning of imaginary threats.
Transparency, all the while saying the whistleblower might not testify because it's a safety concern, he maintains, because we all know CIA agents can't protect themselves against non-existent threats, or that our government can protect him from your Aunt Sally.
Our primary interest right now is making sure that that person is protected. Indeed, now there's more than one whistleblower that they are protected. And given that we already have the call record, we don't need the whistleblower who wasn't on the call to tell us what took place during the call. We have the best evidence.
Greg didn't skip the wardrobe either. Schiff's suits looked like they came from a nervous accountant's closet on jury duty. His ties screamed debate club runner-up, and that face, oh that face. Gutfeld said Schiff's resting expression was, owl caught in an audit. No matter the topic, taxes or tuna sandwiches, he always looked like someone waved a ferret at him from across the room.
On the planet, and I guess he makes it work, Tyrus. But
does he?
But isn't it? I mean, I don't want to get mad about this because he's such a joke, but the fact that he isn't going to be really get any punishment.
Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me, Mr.
Gutfeld dubbed it the Schiff cycle: accuse, exaggerate, vanish, repeat. A perpetual motion machine of gloom running on cable news sound bites, never touching actual reality. Schiff didn't need to be accurate, just loud, dramatic, and vaguely prophetic. To Greg, he wasn't a legislator. He was a misguided narrator in a tragic three-act play no one else was watching.
Not even Mitt Romney could help him. Everyone knew there weren't enough votes to convict. Even the media, their only way out of this hell, pretending that Mitt was a hero. Poor Adam. He really thought he had him. Well, we've talked about who won the impeachment trial. Now let's talk about who didn't. As I've said before, don't think the Dems aren't going to stop trying to find dirt on Trump. They'll look anywhere. Hell, they'll go to a local high school if they thought they'd...
And yet Schiff kept coming back. Book deals rolled in with titles like How I Almost Saved America by Talking Nonstop. Gutfeld ridiculed them as political fanfiction with Ivy League citations. Each chapter painted Schiff as a flawless savior, with every critic cast as a cartoonish villain. It wasn't memoir, it was ego cosplay wrapped in a dust jacket.
Tales about the conditionality of either the military aid or that meeting with the Ukraine president. It may not be necessary to take steps that might reveal the whistleblower's identity to do that.
Not necessary so much for transparency, but like everything, the Dems haven't thought this through. So not only are you going to impeach Trump, you're going to do it in secret, in the dark, reversing an election based on hearsay from some anonymous guy you will never ever see who has ties to Democrats.
Just when it seemed done, Schiff shapeshifted again. Now he played the victim. After years of TV appearances and melodramatic claims, he shouted censorship when criticized. Gutfeld compared it to a guy yelling shark in a kiddie pool, stunned no. One panicked after the 10th false alarm. Schiff wasn't silenced, just finally fact-checked. And in Gutfeld's universe, that wasn't oppression. That was just another Tuesday. Finally, Gutfeld concluded that Schiff wasn't merely out of touch, he was out of material. The drama had lost its spark. His expressions no longer sparked fear, only eye rolls. The man who once claimed to be the last. Defense Against Tyranny had become the lonely guy at political karaoke, muttering into a microphone no one handed him. But Greg knew Schiff would return, he always did. And when he came back with another leak, another gasp, another desperate soliloquy, Gutfeld would be ready, smirking sarcastic and already 2 punchlines ahead.